Hey family, hey, tonight we have a replay. It's a good replay. It's one of my earlier shows. You guys know I always try to have good content, good guests, things like that. But hey, tonight we're on a little hiatus, so I hope that this is a good replacement for you, a good placeholder. I know that you expect to see me live, with those headphones, these black glasses, but unfortunately not tonight. So we'll be back soon, of course. We're going to be live. We're going to be better. We're going to be stronger. We're going to be the greatest podcast you've ever seen. All right. Love you guys. Hopefully all is well. Hope everything is going good in your direction. Be blessed. Hope your families are blessed. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. And thank you for tuning in to the Daryl Show. God bless you. Hey, yo. Welcome to the Daryl Show. Listen, as promised, I told y'all that I would have a special treat for you guys, and I do. And these two particular men right here, they are two special people in my life. Jesus is my foundation, and these two right here would be the walls that's holding me together. So without further ado, because Tyrone gonna get sleepy, I'm about to introduce to you guys Joseph Murray and Tyrone Baskin, my two homies.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, man?
Hello, everybody.
Shots fired already,
Right.
Man,
You know
shots
what?
fired already, man.
Look,
He ain't got to be
he's just
like
mad
that.
though because I'm about to correct that lie from last week. So he's
Come
trying to
on,
get ahead of it.
Okay,
The whole
wait.
truth.
Before we get started, y'all not finna come in here and clown me on my own show. I'm gonna tell you that now. Cause I got the power in this mouse right here. So I just want y'all to understand I can get you out of here.
Hey, say it when you can. Say it when you can, then.
Right. If you kick me out, I'm gonna hit you with your own line. I think you got a better place to be.
Okay.
Yo.
So, man, thank y'all for participating and welcome to the coming to the Daryl Show. Listen.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Okay, so we're gonna start off like this. Before we get to the meat of the subject, I want you guys to introduce yourselves. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, like you said, my name is Joseph Murray. I am a husband of one Sharika Murray, 2 children, 1 son, Elijah, 1 daughter, 1 grandson. Shout out to my pop turtle man, Jakeem in the house. Also, by trade, I am a fireman and a paramedic. Also, I get a chance to do nonprofit ministry work with the Way to Serve Ministries. So just a man, love Jesus, love people, and man, just trying to be better every day, man. Just a guy trying to be better every day.
Amen. All right, Joe. My bad, Tyrone.
All right, my name is Tyrone. I'm the person that was lied on last week, so I'm here to set that, I'm here to set that straight.
We about to get that together. Really, don't worry about that.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm ready. I got my notes and everything. No, I'm just playing. But Tyrone, I am also a husband to my beautiful wife Maya Baskin. Shout out to my baby. She's watching right now. I got a gang of children. None of them came forth from my own loin, but I got a gang of them. Of course, I got my lovely baby, my baby girl Janie, and I got Lovely, and I got Fabo, and Thug Bug, and of course, shout out Maddie. I seem to be adopting children left and right. Martha's, you name them. I got a whole bunch of babies. Zan, I love them. But also, just like I said, simple man, pastor, operations manager at 2 Minute Truck, formerly general manager, but operations suited me better. So operations manager now. And by God's grace, I didn't lose a dollar. Hey, praise the Lord. But operations manager, pastor, professional fisherman. Daryl used to think he can get with me, but I tear him down.
Oh boy, see, the lies have started already. See, I try to let y'all live. All right. So since Tyrone want to start with lies, so Tyrone, let's deal with what happened last week. Now,
okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I told my truth last week. So with me telling my truth, I said, and this is true, we made a bet about who would fall in love. Next thing you know, Tyrone was in a committed relationship. What happened?
That you done with
Yeesh.
you done with your truth. All right, so let me tell you. I remember the details just as well as I remember that day that policeman cussed you out for for,
I didn't even tell that story.
for letting people
Oh,
throw black and
see,
whites out your window. I
see.
remember it. I remember
Okay.
stuff. So let me tell you, back in the day, me and Daryl was riding around, and we thought we was cool and everything, and Daryl called himself a stallion, and all that stuff. He had the black part right,
I
but not the
mean,
stallion part.
he's spraying it all, spray it all.
So he called
Black
himself a stallion.
stallion now.
He
Black
called himself the
stallion.
black stallion. Like I said, he had the black part right, but not the stallion part. And then we was riding around one day. We was riding
Bro.
around, and we thought we was cool, and we was on some bros before Mo's, and I'm using the clean version and all that stuff. And somehow we came up with this bet that said, man, I ain't gonna never get no relationship, blah blah blah. I ain't gonna never fall in love, and we put $200 on it. Next thing I know, I'm coming to this man to talk to him about being in a relationship with a young lady, and he was like, oh man. He was like, oh man, because I thought I lost. And so I was like, man, I'm in a relationship, man. I thought I lost. I'm ready to cough up my 200. You're like, man, I'm getting married tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Bro.
Oh, bro, what's going on?
Oh, don't
And so
listen. Don't
it
y'all.
seemed to
Don't. I'm
me,
telling you.
it seemed to me like he lost that bet. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
So,
telling
so,
y'all.
so, so, did you try to collect?
He ain't had no way to
You know what?
collect. He ain't had no
I
way to
think I
collect,
think
Joe.
we I think we called it a wash because we was both kind of googly eyed and we was just
Yeah.
so happy to be in love that money
We can
didn't
go for
matter.
that. We can go for that one.
But because
Right,
like we always say, life was great till women showed up. We were fine.
bruh,
We would play
bruh.
basketball. We would walk around
Ate
the
chicken
city.
wings,
I was
man. What?
skinny. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Everything was good
Boy.
until women showed up.
Right,
Mm,
right, right.
But it
mm,
is what
mm,
it is.
mm.
It's okay though. We gonna look at Teresa. We gonna, but we're gonna
Boy,
get to
I
the
Matter
tell
of
bottom
fact,
you.
of it.
I need them 8 people who watching on live to vote and see who owe who some money after they heard my side of the story. And I want to know.
Listen,
Okay, so
and
y'all
there
put in
was
the
no
comments who y'all
rebuttal.
think owe somebody some money.
Yeah,
Cause
no rebuttal either.
You said that.
Joe, you ain't off
No
the hook either
rebuttal.
now. Joe, you are not off the hook, my boy.
Hey, yeah,
Because we
yeah,
can go
yeah,
back to
yeah,
the
yeah.
Fort days.
Oh boy.
We can go back to the
Boy,
Fort
Oh,
days.
so
Yeah,
everybody
hey,
say
we,
you know
vote.
how we
Oh
thought we
man.
were. We thought we were true to life players, man. True to
Oh my
life.
absolutely,
goodness.
absolutely.
I was gonna
From
get that. I was
Fort.
gonna get that tattooed on me.
I know,
I want
bro.
everybody that's listening. I want everybody listening that know these guys in everyday life, and I want y'all to understand that these guys did not just walk to the woods, meet Jesus in the woods, come back saved. No, it took a
No,
while for them to get to this point. We had to grow to
no,
this point.
that's kind
They
of
did.
that's kind of my story a little bit.
no.
I'm just playing.
They did not have no Damascus Road moment where they was just walking down the street, minding their business, and the light shone from the sky. No, these jokers went through something. But
Hmm.
anyway, so Joe, I want you to tell us more about you. You tell us whatever it is you want us to know about you and how you got to where you are right now.
Man, that's a long answer per se. Like you said, man, we grew up together, just trying to have fun, just trying to do our thing. Like you said, we thought we were some players. We weren't looking for no love. It was East Columbus basketball,
Yep,
some
That's it.
American deli wings,
yep,
ice cold Hawaiian punch, and
Hmm.
us just living life.
that's it.
Uh,
That's it.
you know, just how I got down here. So, originally, my family's from West Virginia. My mother met the one, Mr. Richard Baskin Jr. We call him Junebug.
Rest his soul.
Junebug.
God
Them
rest his
two.
soul.
Yep. God bless. Shout out to him. Loved the woman with a little small nappy headed child who didn't like to sleep at night, but he loved on me anyway, man, for sure. And through that relationship and us just having a fresh start, we found our way down from one Charleston, West Virginia, and Chesapeake, West Virginia, down
Hmm.
to Columbus, Georgia. So just there, man, I got, of course, Tyrone. He's my cousin, and I met this dude in the one Bull Creek. This
Yeah.
joker right here.
Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna tell you that story because it's funny to me, man.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let you start off that story
I'm gonna
right
tell you
here.
that story because
But
it's funny to me. But
I'm gonna tell his side of the story, and then like Tyrone have to do, I might have to come back and correct some things. But you know, man, I guess we could talk later about how we actually got here. But you know, just really growing up, just a little young knucklehead, man. Just trying to figure out life, thinking
right,
that we knew everything, and had
right,
a gang of other young men around me who thought they knew everything too.
Mm,
We thought we had life figured out. You know, we thought we knew what we wanted, knew what we were going to
mm,
do. Of course, that led to us making some bad decisions. We could possibly talk through that,
absolutely.
uh,
Oh
the
gosh.
girls, bro, especially when the girls came in.
Oh my
Uh,
oh my
goodness.
gosh.
you
Ugh.
know,
Mm,
fast forward a little bit because I would have to talk through the story forever. Ended up my brother Noah Allman, who works with me right now today. Shout out to Noah, my brother.
Big Noah.
He had got on with the Opelika Fire Department, and he was like, "Man, they hiring." And man, I just shot my shot. Didn't know
Yeah.
that would be the career that I want to get on. Didn't know that's what I wanted to do, and I got on with the fire department and the career in the fire department. What I did was anytime they had an opportunity to learn any education or anything like that, I always asked who's going to pay for it. And if
Right.
they were paying for it, I signed up for it. So that kind of helped me ascend in the fire department. We could talk later about the marriage thing
Right.
and
Yeah,
my
we're gonna
wife
reverse on
and
that one.
how.
Cause
Yeah,
that's important. That's
we're gonna have
important
to
in my
go
life.
back to that. That
That's
yeah,
important
yeah,
in
we're
my
gonna have
life.
to go back to that. Hey, like you guys didn't know that's what it was gonna be. Wasn't looking for anything. Next thing you know, I'm looking for a ring. Next thing you
Right.
know,
right.
I'm asking a woman to marry me. Next thing you know, I'm telling you
Right.
guys, hey, I'm getting married. You know,
Right.
Mm,
Right.
we weren't looking for it. We thought we were gonna be some players for real, but God had other plans, man, and He put the to me, He put the right one in my path, man. So
I,
yeah. We'll
I
talk
need
about
people to
that later, man.
understand. I need people to understand. Joe was a ringleader when it came to being a player. And Tyrone agree with me on that
mm,
right there, right, Tyrone?
mm. I hate to snitch on you, Joe, but
I
yeah,
thought I
all
was. I thought I was.
right.
I thought I
But
was. I thought I
but
was doing
but
something.
but in all that now, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget. Let's not skate over the fact that we're looking at Black history because my boy Joseph became the first Black paramedic in Lee County, Alabama. So let's not forget about that, my boy. Let's go and clap that on up.
Mhm.
Let's go and clap that on up because you made history, man. We appreciate that. All right,
Well, man.
all right, Ronnie. Tell them about when you used to have hair, my boy.
Woo! We talking about way back in the time.
Yeah, I got joke.
Man,
Okay,
man, it's
so
so funny, bro. It's like now I'm trying to think back when he did have hair. I'm, it's like,
look, I
it's like my
started
boy
shaving the
been bald
thing.
forever, bro. My
I
bad,
started.
bro.
Now you good. I started shaving the thing about 28 years old, so it's all good. It's all good. Look, I ain't got no hair, but Daryl ain't got no memory apparently, so we all good.
I,
Hold on, this
there's
is
that,
not
bro.
clown Daryl hour. I just want y'all. Okay, you know what?
My
Go ahead,
bad.
tell your story. Go tell
My
your story,
bad. My
Tyrone.
bad. It's just the fact that I got lied on last week. I had to wait a whole week, so that's why I'm coming out with all this
Man,
vitriol.
this
I'm
man been
just,
stewing
I'm
on
just
this for
playing.
a whole
You
week.
see, you
A
supposed to
whole
forgive
week he
quickly.
been stewing on it.
You supposed to see this is y'all
My
pastor we
bad.
talking about. This Pastor Tyrone.
But
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
look, brother. I'm speaking the truth in love. Let's talk about the whole book.
Look,
I'm speaking the truth in love.
look at Maya. Look at Maya.
Speaking the truth. I
So
can't say what you
let's hear your
said.
story, Tyrone, because your story is pretty interesting.
Let's hear my story. What you want to hear exactly? Because I ain't want to go all over the place. I can talk.
Just how you got here, how you got to where you are right now.
How I got to where I'm is right now. So
You ain't
I
got to
was
get the gory
born a little
details.
yellow. My
You ain't
bad.
got
I
to
was
get the gory
born
details
a
because it's
little,
going to include some names that are
little.
innocent.
Oh man, I don't mind. On my side, I'm cool with everybody.
Strays.
So, so I was born a little bouncing yellow boy. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I too came from West Virginia, born there, and then spent some time in D.C., Maryland area. And since I was about 7 years old, my mom moved down here, and I've been living with my grandparents until they passed away, and my mom passed away as well. And then I ended up taking over the house. I think about 24 years old. It's so funny how God uses women, right? I think about 24 years old. I was in a Well, I was already in a relationship with a girl, and then I saw another girl, and I thought that, oh my gosh, she's the one. That whole song and dance. And
Uh,
she was the one. It's funny because Dale was talking about he got saved chasing tails. So did I. It was just like that's crazy. She was in the church, and I started going, didn't know what was going on, the whole 9 yards, and then she dumped me. And man, I went through all the "Woe Is Me," the whole country song. My dog died, my girl left, my truck broke down, blah blah blah. I went through all that stuff. But man, then Jesus just absolutely rocks me. I found some brothers around here, Pastor Tori Edwards, and all those guys. Man, got plugged in with them. Started loving Jesus full time. And then I also started working at Two Man Truck. It's funny because I started working at Two Man Truck only because I was trying to get an engagement ring, thinking I was about to marry this young lady.
wow. Okay.
Didn't work out, but God turned that into the career that I'm doing now, operations manager at a growing moving company. Everything's going really well there. And then became pastor at Christ Alone Ministries 10 years ago. It's
Wow.
growing and flourishing. Yeah, in the last man, I want to say it's blowing my mind because it's like God turned the light switch on. Like after 10 years. We've had more people join the church in the last like 6 weeks than we have in the past 10 years. Like
Wow.
it's just yeah, it's going
Wow.
crazy right
Wow.
now.
Praise
Wow.
So
God.
yeah, man. And that's it. Here we are. Here
And I,
we
and
are.
I
Say,
know, and I
say,
know for a fact how you toiled in that ministry for a very
mm,
long time. And I'm like, hey, I'm sitting there feel like, well, God, what you need to send my boy some quality people. And and I mean, here you are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and
yeah,
praise God for the foundational people, but here you
yeah,
are. But I'm
yeah.
gonna tell you my
Foundation and
story a little
quality for
bit.
sure,
I'm gonna
for
tell my
sure.
story a
Yeah.
little bit about how I met these two guys. Okay, so I met Tyrone first. All right. Now, when I was younger, I was a kid that moved around a lot. It is what it is. I moved around a lot, but I just so happened to land at Richards Junior High School. Back then, we had
Hmm.
junior high schools. We had these middle schools with these little punk sixth grades in them. It was just seventh to eighth
Hmm.
grade that you went to high school. But let's make that
That's it.
clear. Anyway, so I was a new kid at Richards Junior High School, and I had my schedule, and I got lost. I'm in the middle of the hallway, tall and lanky, with books in my hand, and I don't
And
know
the
which way
turtleneck
to
on.
go. And
And
then
a dang turtleneck.
Tyrone still had
Go
hair at
ahead.
the
My bad. My
time.
bad.
Tyrone still had hair at the time. With his glasses was thicker.
He
He had
lying.
them thick brown
Boy.
glasses.
He
Boy.
lying. Yeah, but look, they were thick both ways too. They were thick up here. They were tall, and they were thick that way.
Bro.
So he ain't lying at all.
So,
I
so
can
he
see in the future.
so
Man, you
Ty-
see some of them old pictures, man, with them thick ones. I can't say
Oh
nothing,
boy.
man. I'm sitting up there with that peanut head, man. Nickname JoJo
Right,
Rockhead, man. With that peanut
right,
head up there, man.
right. Them loose
so
biking shorts
Dang
on.
cardigan sweater on.
see y'all finna
Right.
have me sweating on here, man.
Boy, I'm sweating already. That Joe had them biking shorts. They were loose.
We both
I
did. Them
know,
jokers
man.
used to flap in the
On
sun.
track and field. Bro, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, why ain't have no shorts over those biking shorts, man? Couldn't even find me none, man, that could actually fit, man. I mean, with some loose biking shorts, bro. But I
Man.
thought they made me faster, though. I thought they made me fast, bro.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you something. Them biking shorts was so loose on both of us, man. Them jokers just like the
Right.
flap of the wind like a flag. They just
Y'all boys crazy.
we couldn't even wear
Y'all
extra
boys
small,
crazy.
man. We couldn't even wear extra small. We were just that small, man. But now, shoot, I can't even wear 3X. I'm just saying. So anyway, so I met Tyrone in the hallway. So because Tyrone, y'all were blessed enough to go to the same school all the years y'all were in school. So Tyrone showed me the class and all that type of stuff, and I never forgot him. And I mean, the dude is unforgettable once you get to know him. So fast forward, I ended up having to move again, and so this time I moved across town to Bull Creek, right? What Joe had mentioned earlier, the apartment complex on the east side of east side, northeast side of Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Bull Creek. And so one Saturday morning, it was a Saturday because we were out of school. Maybe it was the summertime, I can't remember. So I'm outside and headed to the basketball court or whatever. And this joker in the middle, Joe, he out there. And for some reason, I don't know why him and I just started beefing for some reason. And
Man,
so
who that joker here, man? You lanky joker, man.
And so we started claiming our middle school, our junior high schools. He said Fort, I said Richards.
Fort.
Although I was on my way to Fort in 8th grade, and he was, I was leaving Richards or whatever case may be. And next thing you know, he's like, Fort Punk. I'm like, Richards Punk. And so we outside, whatever. And I don't know if Tyrone heard us. I don't know how it happened, but as he was coming down the steps in the building. And then so I was like, oh, what's up, man? And then he looked at me, he looked at Joe. I was like, well, how y'all know each other? Then didn't even know these two jokers was cousins. Didn't even know it. I was just like, wow. And so that was in like 1991. Yeah, because 1990, 1991, somewhere in there. Ooh. Anytime you put 19 in front of a number, that's a long time ago, man.
I don't even call it no more. I just say the late 1900s.
Right. We still had wagons back then, so we were still riding in wagons and all that stuff back then. But anyway, so that pretty much set it off for us. That pretty much set it off for us as far as my memory thinks about. So from there, we went on to high school and things like that. So I account that season in my life where I was able to start establishing real relationships with people. Because like I said, I moved a lot. I didn't really remember anybody from beyond that point. But no matter where we went in life, I was always able to circle back to these two guys right here.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about no matter where we went. We've had some of the best of times in the world. We've seen life together. We've seen death together. We've seen, oh my goodness, man. I got cussed out by the police because of Tyrone. We done got, Tyrone, tell that story. Can I tell you something? Tell that story, man, because I'm gonna tell you something. That story is amazing because I'm sitting there. I'm an innocent bystander. Yes, I was driving, but I was an innocent bystander. Go on, Tyrone, tell them what you did. It almost got me locked up.
If you're driving, you're responsible. You got to be more responsible for who you let ride in your car. So
that's right.
We riding down the road.
Responsible for all passengers in your vehicle.
Right. Wasn't it the Maxima that you were driving back then? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Yep, that Maxima. So we riding down the road and I'm
Brown Avenue.
Puffing on the black and mild and just riding down the road, just blowing. And I threw it, if I ain't mistaken, I think I threw it out the driver's side window for some reason. Either way, I threw it out the window and they say, no, them blue lights hit. And they pulled Daryl over. And so I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I don't know who threw it out, but I'm just sitting in the passenger seat. That cop pulled out and straight up told Daryl off. He cussed that man out. Boy. He said, why you throwing stuff in the street? And blah, blah. They're looking at me like, but it was him. You're like, you the one driving, though. You're responsible for the people in your car. I'm just sitting there smiling like, yeah, Daryl, you responsible. that man cussed Daryl out and smooth off. They were like, man, just give me a ticket or something.
Like, man, you ain't have to do all that. Dang. Could have just gave me a ticket.
And cuss him out. Put him over, cussed him out, drove off. Boy, that thing was hilarious.
Man, that was the one time I wished I would have got the ticket from the police. Because I promise you, that joke made me feel so low. I'm talking when he cussed me out big time, too. He didn't waste no words. He didn't waste no time. He didn't even get out the car. He just let the passenger side window down on the cop car and started cussing. I'm looking like... and then I look back at Tyrone. And Tyrone just sitting there like ain't nothing happened. I'm like, this is your fault.
you driving though. You
but we still left and went on about our debauchery. So it didn't stop nothing. Now, the crazy part was I ain't had no car insurance, Tyrone. At that time, I ain't had no car insurance. I was gonna get a huge ticket. So praise God for a good cussing out. Said what?
I know we was riding dirty.
Yeah, we were riding dirty that day. So I was just like, well, I got me something after that because I was like, used to me getting no extra ticket. I got me something after that.
Gotcha. Now they had to get cussed out by that police officer. That changed his life.
Right. So let's fast forward to August of 2007. Now we got to go back like 2 months. So this was when we met Sharika at the movies with Joe, right? Oh, what happened to y'all? There you go. So we met Sharika at the movies with Joe. No big deal. And so we met Sharika, whatever. Fast forward to August, and Joe was showing or giving Sharika a birthday party, right? So I'm thinking, it's just a birthday party, and that's gonna be it. Didn't know. I had no clue this joke was gonna turn into a doggone engagement party. I'm like, oh my
Right.
goodness, oh my goodness. So we so we go to the party or whatever, and next thing you know, it's the birthday party over in OP. Shout out to OP, or Oakland Park for those who don't know, Columbus, Georgia, out on the south side. So we go to the party or whatever.
Right Street.
Right. He said Walker. No, that was Walker Street, right? Was that
It
Walker?
was actually the house was it. House was on Rice.
Rice. Okay, Rice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go. So it turns into an engagement party. Now, the only reason why I was at this is where I met the person that led me to Christ, Toya. Shout out to Toya. This is where I met the person.
Ladies, listen up on this one. Listen up on this one. You want a man of God right here? Listen up to this one now.
Look, it's just funny. He said led to Christ like a horse, but just
It was.
Like real talk. Like this is.
It
I'm
was.
talking about.
Look, we got the proof on video too, Joe. You remember we watched it?
We
You know,
do.
we watched the tape,
Man,
because he swore
saw
up
that
now.
joker
He swore
eyes.
up now. He didn't do it.
I'm like, man, you supposed to be ushering, bro. Like, bro, you
He swore up now.
like,
He didn't do it. We watched the tape about 100 times in slow motion.
what if there was a
As soon as she walked in, we
kamikaze
saw.
came to bust this thing up, man? You know what I mean?
Right.
What if it was an old girlfriend wanting to bust this thing up, man? You supposed to have security, man.
I don't remember what y'all talking about, man.
I know you know. We saw what you were looking at.
Hey,
We know what you
We
remember.
got it on tape. Don't make
Yeah,
Joe bring the tape out. We got the tape.
We can see what you remember.
Y'all are
Mhm.
embellishing this story to no end. I'm just trying to tell
Joe
a simple. I'm just trying to tell a simple, wholesome story to help people understand that no matter where they come from, they can still make it to Christ. That's it. But y'all want to add all of this. We got tape and all this type of
Go
stuff.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Tell your
I'm
truth.
just gonna text Joe and tell him to bring the tape. That's all.
So,
That's what we got to do with this joker, man. That's
so-
what we got to do.
You're right.
so we at the party.
Going back to
Go ahead, Joe.
no, I mean go back to telling your story. The angel of the Lord who was leading you.
He came down floating like light, like the Holy Spirit, like a dove, just floating and just landed on me. I'm just like, wow. Then that's what happened.
I don't
But
think
anyway,
that's what you was looking
It
at.
ain't
though.
land on you.
Go
It
ahead.
must land on some. Oh, go ahead. Tell your story. Tell your story, my boy.
that thing was anointed back then, man. I mean, what you want me to say? So, but anyway, we had the party or whatever. Of course, Sharika said yes. Shout out to my sister Sharika.
Read.
And so we so you know, fast forward, I'm thinking, you know, the wedding gonna be like next year. We'll see, that was what 2007. I'm thinking they will get married in like 2008 or something like that. These jokers didn't waste no time. It was October.
Oh,
October.
No,
I was
Joe
like,
was on roller skates. That Joe didn't wait no time.
I mean, zero time. But in hindsight, though, when you really think about it, I think I'll probably be that way too. I get, you know, engaged today and like next week. All right, let's do it. Right?
$200. Mm-hmm.
So look. I mean, that's what my boy said. He like, man, we ain't do it. 2 days later.
Right.
And I think I found the one.
SpongeBob
Man, I'm getting
style.
married tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
Right.
I ain't even know you were seeing anybody.
Right. Where does
Well,
mystery
bro,
woman
finish
come
your
from?
story. Go ahead.
So fast forward. We look at Big Mike. so fast forward. We so they get married in October, right? And this is when I realized that I said, man, okay, this is how I ended up getting saved. Because I made it true last year. I didn't lie last week. I said that I wasn't gonna come to your wedding. Didn't I tell you that, Tyrone? Because I called Tyrone from Utah. I was like, I'm not doing that. I said I sent him a gift, but that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, in hindsight, and I have apologized to Joe, and I meant what I said. We still boys behind this. So anyway, fast forward, we ended up Joe. We went to Opelika that Friday night for the rehearsal dinner. And I'm telling you, love of the Holy Spirit was just all over the place, right? So I'm just like, okay. And it was Pastor Coma, Pastor Cheryl, God rest her soul, great woman of God. So they just loved on me,
Mm.
things like that. Now I grew up in the church. I did. I grew up in the church, and I had a great upbringing in church, but I was just young and dumb and wasn't paying no attention to what was happening in the church at the time. So, but anyway,
Right.
fast forward, um, fast forward, I hear this joker that Saturday morning, after everybody had walked in, including my, including the evangelist that led me to Christ. Everybody had walked in. Everybody had walked
Evangelist.
in, and this joker in the middle started giving them doggone vows. Y'all got to go back. I
Oh
promise
man,
you. Run
yeah,
the tape for that. If you don't
yeah,
run the tape for anything else, run the
yeah,
tape for that so y'all can see that right there, because it blew my mind. And so from
yeah,
that point, like I
yeah.
said,
I heard that. I knew I was going traditional. I was like, I'm just gonna let somebody say mine. I ain't even gonna try to follow that joker.
because Joe had already raised the standard. He had raised the bar so high. We needed to be
Oh
Olympic high
man.
jumper to get over it, right?
Right.
And really, honestly, I didn't know what I was gonna say.
I said, because you didn't even
I
write
ain't
them, did
write
you?
nothing down. It just came off the dome. I said, man, listen, I'm just gonna speak and say what I'm just gonna open my mouth and whatever come out, come out. Hopefully it don't embarrass
Man,
everybody.
If there's a rap battle
man.
when it comes to vows for a wedding, Joe won. I'm telling you, you got to go
No,
back to
hands
this
down,
day. Because
hands
I
down.
promise you, I was like, man, okay, Joe, all right, if you say so. But it really opened my
Right.
eyes to Christ. Now, pause for a second. I didn't know Tyrone was already saved at the time, because at the time Tyrone was living by himself. He was, because I was still out there wild, young, and free, but I really wasn't free. We'll talk about that another time. But Tyrone, I'm sitting up here like I'm trying to live my life as a man whore, and I'm trying to motivate Tyrone to do the same thing. Praise God that he had the Holy Spirit, because he wasn't going for it.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't go. At least he wasn't going for it with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to do that. I'm like, man, I tried to turn that man house into a whole brothel. I'm like, listen, bro. Hey, Tyrone, am I lying?
And you is not. You is
So
not.
I tried to turn that man house into a whole brothel. So I said, well, okay, well, he didn't go for it. I was like, okay, cool, whatever the case may be. So fast forward, we heard Joe's vows. Then the next day, I went to church, because I think y'all started. Because I remember we said, Joe, usually people that get married don't have sex the night of their wedding. Joe said,
Hey, what? Usually what
you
people?
remember that time?
You
Joe said,
usually what people?
Well, yeah, that's
So
what I'm
there's a
saying. What folks?
backstory
What you talking
behind
about?
all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
tell
I
the
mean,
story, Joe. Go ahead, tell the story,
no,
man.
no, no, no. But there's a backstory behind this thing. Just rewinding it a little bit. Sharika. Uh, you know, Sharika came into my life just really honestly by crook. And this is what I say. God could be sovereign enough. You could be doing the wrong thing,
Yep,
and he
Mm-hmm.
uses the wrong
yep.
thing to get you on the right track, right?
Hey,
True.
Toya
I.e.,
got
the
me
story that
saved.
my brother's saying right there.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I needed a job, and I needed a job very, very bad. So I went to this temp agency, and they said, "Hey, downtown at the Trade Center, they're hosting these parties, and what they would do is like the news. Which one did Miss D Brown work for?
D
She was a
Armstrong.
newscaster.
Man.
D Armstrong.
D Armstrong, yeah.
Channel 9.
D
It was Channel
Armstrong, whatever
9,
one she worked,
WTVM.
and they were like, "What can you do? I can do whatever you say." You said, "Can you bartend?" Never bartended in my life. Didn't know nothing about it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
nothing. I probably couldn't even spell no drinks that they were talking about. But I said, yeah. I mean, I needed a job.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do, as far as bartending, they would come up. They would say, "Hey, I want this." I would look it up real quick, and then I try to make it the best way I possibly can and bring it back to them. So it wasn't like I was making stuff right in front of them, but like, yeah, I'll bring it right to you. Well, I was trying to get some ice.
Right.
And as I'm trying to get some ice to try to stop back up the bar, I hear a little psst. You know how you used to do that back in the day, right? You know what I mean? When you're trying to catch a little honey dip, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I was the one getting caught up. Somebody was psst in me over
She was
here.
catcalling you, Joe.
And yeah, I was getting catcalled, just trying a man just trying to do his job there. I ended up meeting Sharika and a friend, and just the relationship built to where I enjoyed spending time with Sharika all the time. So of course that I was spending time with her, I had to introduce her to the bros. I mean, and really
Right.
honestly, if y'all remember, she kind of became like our
Yep.
extra. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Oh,
Used
for
to be
Yep.
sure,
over at
for
Tyrone's
sure.
house. We'll bust the word
Mm.
open, man. She used to
Hmm.
she became a part of the crew,
Right.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
well, as we started growing, we knew that and listen, straight up, we weren't doing this thing right at all. You
Right.
know what I mean? No, we were doing what we do when we want to do it, how we want to do it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But just as we start having Bible study, Tyrone was really, really into this thing, man, getting everybody uh back to really getting back to the Lord. Man, started to feel convicted about it. We moved to Opelika,
Mm-hmm.
and we were living together then. Not quite married yet, but we were living together then. And we joined New Life Christian Center. And really,
hmm,
what happened, what made this thing really, really, really accelerate was um, not the engagement. It just so happened me and Sharika was spending so much time together. The next thing I know, man, I'm in there looking for rings. I'm like, you know, man, that would be beautiful to get her. Then it's like, man, this is a wedding ring. Then it's
yeah,
like, I'd love to give her this ring. Then it's
Right.
like
yeah,
I gave her this ring. So there was just a progression.
Right.
yeah,
So once we moved over, like we got into New Life, and shout out to Pastor Comer and the late Cheryl Comer. They became, like parents to us. But I
yeah.
mean, they were bold enough. We start kind of serving in ministry, and they were bold enough to say, "Listen, we can't have y'all serve no more." And we like, what? You were like, "Listen, y'all living together, and y'all not married." You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
we love y'all. We know y'all trying to do the right thing. Blah blah blah. But um, you know, hey, we can't do that. And if this is where y'all want to go, y'all already engaged. If this is where y'all want to go, we'll help you along the way. Because
Right,
I mean, we didn't have no money. It wasn't like we didn't have nothing that we could book a venue. We didn't have like we're going to invite all these friends. But there was this I know God was in it. There was such a great collaboration to make this happen about
Right.
our union and seeing this thing go. So that's how the thing went from August to October. We
hmm,
were really convicted about our situation. And also, we decided, like, hey, we're going to try to do this celibacy thing. So, of course, I was trying to speed this thing up, bro. You know, so that's when you said, usually you're not on the first night. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. It ain't happening, cuz. Hey, I's legal now. I's
Joe,
legal.
Joe said,
look,
Look,
look. I
uh-uh.
I's
remember.
legal.
I remember
So
after the wedding,
so
it
go
took it
ahead.
took that limousine a long time to get to the doggone venue.
Oh
Like,
boy.
I ain't hating, but I was like, man, why we been waiting here for about an hour at the venue? It ain't that long of a drive from
He
Opelika
said
to
30
Tyrone.
minutes. It was a 30-minute drive
Joe,
from
Joe,
Opelika to
doggone,
whatchamacallit. So to
doggone Joe
Modern Free.
Murray, doggone Joe
Man.
Murray.
Man,
And
that
so
limousine took us all over the place. I think my
it's a straight
bonus
line. That's
mother.
the part that get me. It's a straight
Oh,
line.
man, my bonus mother bought that thing, and it was like I think she bought like 3 hours or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And that
Okay.
man was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give y'all 3 hours." We went downtown, took pictures. He rode us all around, so we didn't come straight there. He
Hmm.
had several stops that we did before we got there. But I knew everybody was hungry, thirsty, and it was waiting for us.
We
Doing
we
the
understand, Joe.
Cupid
But
shuffle.
hey,
You
you
was
had you
doing the
had
Cupid
kept
shuffle.
yourself for
You
as
got to
long
get
as
the
you
money
could,
work.
man. We understand.
So hey,
We
you get it.
understand. But
If you know, you know.
but your testimony is amazing to me because again, it brought me in. Now, I ain't like some people, right? I ain't one of those people that's gonna say, I heard the gospel one time and that was it. No, that's not true at all because we had to, this thing, it goes from faith to faith. Don't care what nobody say. So the next day I went to church after the wedding, went to church, and I started hearing God like for the first time, like no way I had ever heard him before. So I was like, okay, bet, let's try this. And I'm telling you, y'all know I was an over the road truck driver at the time. It wasn't until it was like it seemed like every weekend, man, I was no more than about 50 miles away from Opelika from that church. And just onto my God worked it out so perfectly. There's a truck stop right across the street from the church. I could park my truck over there,
Mm-hmm.
walk across the field, and
Yep.
go to church. And then I
Yep.
remember telling Pastor Coleman, I was like, listen, this is where, I need to be. And he was like, man, I ain't need to open the doors of the church. I'm like, I don't care. It's just what it is, man. I know this is where I belong. And so that's how it happened for me. And from then on, I started building, and for the next 6.5, 7 years, that's where I was. And so, and it's been a roller coaster. I don't really believe in things being flatline, because things are flatline. They did. I'd had my ups, I'd had my downs, I'd had my ins, I'd had my outs.
Mhm.
But praise be unto God, I'm still here. So, Tyrone, let's talk about you. Now, I got to say this, and
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to put your business out there a little bit, but it's an inspiration to me. Now, Joe
Open
was
book,
talking
bro.
about being
Open book.
abstinent. Yeah, he was talking about being abstinent, for the time that him and Sharika was about to get married. But this
Uh-huh.
joker right here on the end was abstinent for like 13, 14 years, right?
14. Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Joe, I said, Tyrone, that's not my testimony. But I
It
never
could have
make that a
been,
secret. I never make
but
that a secret. But
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's amazing to me, because I can pump my chest up a little bit and say, I know somebody that actually did it. And people say, oh, men don't act like that, men don't do that. That's not true. Like, I'm telling y'all looking at two real men of God on this platform right here. These guys aren't lying about their story. These guys are telling the truth. And I'm telling you, we know each other from knee high to crickets. Like, from
Mm-hmm.
hey baby, you ain't seen me, dude, running by my house and hit Joe on the
Oh
butt.
my gosh.
I mean, we done
boy,
been through a lot. Trust me, when I tell you, we'd have seen a lot, would have been through a
I could have
lot.
went to counseling off that,
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, but
but
probably
it's
still
been
need to go.
but let's
it
let's
was
talk
it
about
was
your path, Tyrone.
path to the Lord.
Well, just all the way how you get to the point that you are right now. Like, we
Man,
got
you
your
know, it
history,
was
but let's, like, this specifically.
yeah, it was interesting, man. Like I said, I was chasing after this young lady, and we ended up breaking up. And my celibate journey, I wish I could make it sound all noble. I just decided that I was going to save myself. It didn't happen that way. I was waiting on this young lady to come back, and so I was like, you know what? I have a couple of opportunities, but it's just like I don't really want to have to explain to her why I slept with this girl. And I thought I was gonna be with her forever. So like the first 5 or 6 years of my celibacy was just, I didn't want to have to explain to anybody while I was doing what I was doing. But then, like I said, there was somewhere down that road where I met Pastor Katori and those guys, and man, like I just started to fall in love with Jesus for real. I mean, I was raised in church, and I'm not blaming the church, but I came away religious and a moralist, and that type of thing. But then it's like I actually met the Lord, man, and I was like, man, this is incredible. And I started to have different tastes. So it's not like celibacy is not something you can just kind of white knuckle and do like, I'm just not gonna think about it because man, no, that just ain't gonna happen. But
Right.
Yeah.
when you're in love and you're preoccupied, and you're just really following after the Lord and loving on Him, man, it just kind of you don't think about it. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Now I'm a human and everything works. So it's just like, when I would have tough nights, I had brothers that I
Right.
could call and be like, man, look, I'm struggling. I don't trust myself tonight. If I don't touch somebody, I'm gonna touch me. Just keeping it a buck.
Right.
They was like,
Mhm.
and they'd be like, they'd open their doors to me and be like, hey, brother, you can come over here and crash at the crib tonight. And I'd
Right.
go over, they pray with me, and we'd be good, and I'd make it through, and then we just keep pushing forward. But yeah, man, it was definitely the Lord, man. And then me and this young lady went back and forth and back and forth. Shout out to Crystal, man. I'm just gonna call her name. She my people's now. We all good. But me and this young lady went back and forth forever. And then we finally was like, I just can't do it. And so we moved on, and I was cool. It was just me and the Lord, and I was like, man, I ain't interested in getting married. I was a He-Man Woman Hater Club. I was just like,
Azuga.
I was like, man, and like I'm good, bro. It's just me and Jesus. Like I got the celibacy thing under control. I'm straight. And then I look to the left, and it's like, dang, who's this? Like Maya had been my friend for a super long time. And it was just like, man, it's like everything that I was trying to force into the other relationship, Maya was naturally. And God just kind of opened my eyes, and I was like, man, this the path that I'm going. And it's really interesting, man. Like, talk about acceleration. So when I knew that Maya was the one I wanted to be with, I had a friend of ours named Asia, and I was like, Asia, I need you to go on some covert mission with me. I need you to go and grab Maya and take her to the store and see what kind of ring she like. That way I can kind of, start getting the idea of what she wanted. Man, Asia came back and told me his ring was like 11 bands. I was like, whew, we ain't getting married for a minute. Like,
I tell you.
I was like, man, I'm finna start saving and stuff. So, here I am. I got the idea. I know what kind of ring she want, the whole nine. I started saving, and man, like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. It's like this is how good God is. Like, I'm gonna say, not even a year later, I'm sleeping. I had this dream, and in the dream, I got the ring that I wanted to buy her. I got it in my hand, and I'm just kind of playing with it like this. And I was like, that's interesting. So I got up and I checked on the ring because I was keeping an eye on it. And for some reason, that guy, Maya, don't you listen to this part because I still want you to think I paid full price. But but the price had gone down dramatically. Gonna log out. But the price had gone down from like, no, she knows this story. The price had gone down from like 12 bands all the way down to like 2,000. I was like, oh, I gotta jump on that. So I
Right.
called and it was like, oh, Mr. Baskin, we don't have it in the store, but let me call around and check and the whole 9 yards. And by the time they got through checking, they said we had one ring left. It's in Maine. We're gonna call it and we're gonna call them and get them to send it to us. And by the time it got to me, it was discounted another 700 some odd dollars. And I was like,
Wow.
I guess we doing this then. So, fast track. I took her out to Flat Rock Park and we sat down because we did what we call State of the Union addresses. So we was in a relationship and we sit down about every 6 months and then we just kind of see what's going well, what's going not well, talk about parenting, talk about the future, that type of stuff. And we got done talking and my cheesiness, right? I was like, well, I said, I guess there ain't no more questions. I had a cupcake from Gigi's because I was a sugar fiend back then. She was too. And I had got it. I got a cup and I got the ring and all that stuff. So she thought it was a cupcake, but it was actually a wedding ring. So I said, she opened it up and I said, well, I guess there is one more question. So she was just sitting there in shock with her eyes bucked open and all that. It was fast tracked. It was
I
cool.
can't compete with these
I
dudes. Go ahead.
I'm telling you,
I
tell you, man,
I
you have to up your
yeah, and
game.
then a year later we was diving over that broom and it's been all good since. Well, let
Man.
me not lie. It's been challenging, but all good since.
Listen, I can't compete with y'all, so I ain't gonna stay with myself for the rest of my life. But I'm gonna have to wake up and I'm gonna have to have look at my cousin. I'm gonna have to have a surgery scar because she got to be laying in the bed with me. It seems like, but anyway, but Tyrone and Maya have been, man, just like Joe and Sharika, they have been such a beacon of light to everybody around them. Like these guys are, I mean, now mind you, these two guys don't have natural children, but they are fathers and grandfathers to a lot of people. They are leaders in the community. They, oh man, I can just run their stats down on and on and on. But I just want to say, man, I really praise God for them. He just keeping me around because I feel like I haven't been the best friend over the years, and I wish that I could do better in a whole lot of areas, and I try. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't trade these dudes for the world. And this is the honest to God truth. Like I'm telling you, we've been in, we've been out. I remember Tyrone had to check me when I was still out here on my foolishness, when I was still married and cheating. And then when my ex-wife and I was trying to get it together, I was like, man, I'm out of here. And Tyrone, I think this is the one and only argument we've ever had. Tyrone said, hey, you gonna stick around, you gonna work it out. And I'm like, you done lost your mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Now in
Me,
hindsight, he saw that I wasn't lying when everything went down. When it went down, he saw that I wasn't lying. But
True.
I was like, lost your doggone mind. But I praise God for men that will hold me accountable because I went through the process. I did everything I needed to do, and then finally, when it did go down, I was able to say, okay, God, I went every step that I could with this person, and the way that Your word declared for me to do this. But and I've been single since, and I'm okay with that. Anyway, we are people. Let me ask y'all this: whoever can answer first, it doesn't matter. From the time we met that I met you guys in the 90s, because y'all knew each other before I did. From the time we met in the 90s, how would you say our friendship has progressed up to this point? And just be honest. I mean, because we all about honesty over here.
Well,
Tyrone,
one, you
you want
stop wearing turtlenecks, and two, I'm just playing.
thank
My
God.
turtleneck was always
Golly.
stylish. Okay, let's go and tell that
Listen,
truth.
that joker
Hey
was
man,
already long and
man,
lanky, man. That dang turtleneck,
right.
boy.
One for every day of the
Like,
week.
man,
I'm
how
like,
many
what is this
turtlenecks you
brother
got,
had?
bro? You got like 60
We
different
got
versions of turtleneck, man.
look,
Joker
we
be
had a five
playing
pack of t-shirts.
basketball
This
with a
five pack.
turtleneck with the sleeves cut out. Like, man, that man hooping in a dang, hooping in a turtleneck with the sleeves cut out right there, boy.
See, I knew this was a mistake. I
Go
knew
ahead,
this
go
was a
ahead,
mistake.
go ahead, bro. Like, bro, like,
Oh
man,
my
how
goodness.
many turtlenecks this man
Now,
got? Go ahead.
I knew this was a mistake.
I was just, no, I was just gonna say, man, I think it's progressed, man. I think one of my favorite memories of all three of us, is I remember one year, I couldn't tell you what year it was, but we were all sitting at the table. Everybody had their Bud Light. You know, I think I was cleaning fish or something. It was something. We
Yep.
was all chilling at the little glass table at my house, and like it seemed like almost exactly a year later, we're in the same house in the same position almost, but everybody's got their Bibles instead of a Bud Light. So I think we've
Mhm.
all grown together, man. It's just been like we've all been in our stupid phase together, and then we got into the Lord, and had our bumps in the roads and relationships and all this other stuff, man. But it's just been lifing, and of course we don't expect to stay in touch all day every day as much as we used to because we got lives and responsibilities and things to do. But
Right.
man, I think it's just been nothing but growing the whole time. We don't talk all the time, but when we talk, man, it's like nothing ever happened, man. I catch Joe in the gym and sneak up on him and give him a two-piece and a biscuit before he even see him coming. So it's just it's just love, man. It ain't gonna never be nothing other than that. It's just gonna be love 100% all the time. So I think it's grown. It's evolved and it's changed, but it's still grown.
Right. Right. What about you, Joe?
um, like I like what Tyrone said. It has evolved and changed, but I think it should
Right.
have.
Hmm.
All relationships as we grow as men, and our life changes, and we have new roles. We go through different things in life.
Yeah.
It's going to. One thing I would say about our friendship is we've always been there for each other.
Right.
That
True.
that's one thing. We No matter what, like Tyrone said, we might not talk as much as we can. We all got lives, we got jobs, we got careers. Life be life, and then before you know it, a day will turn into a week could turn into a month. But
Hmm.
there has never been a time that I can reach out and you guys wasn't there.
Right.
Right.
And there's never been a time that I knew that I was not going to get honesty. That's one
Hmm.
thing. As I talk to a lot of men, young men, we have this idea, and I'm not sure where we got it from, that really friends are yes men.
Right.
Yeah.
For me,
Right.
the best people in my life, like you guys, are the men who can hear what I got to say, but tell me the truth.
Right.
True.
We don't always want to hear that, but it's what we need. It's vital
Hmm.
for the friendship. Um, so I would say, like Tyrone said, it's evolved, it's grown. But the thing that, if I had to say one word, it's been committed,
Yep.
and
Hmm. True.
we've been there for each other. And without a
True.
doubt, if there's ever anything that we could possibly do for one another, we've always done it, always.
True.
Right.
Um, and we've always been honest, even when we didn't want to be, even
Right.
when
Right.
it was
Right.
like, man, I ain't even want to hear what he got to say.
Hmm.
We've always been completely honest with one another,
Right.
and like Tom said, if we hadn't talked in a while, it feels like we never left. When we get
Yeah.
together, it feels like we just talked yesterday. So as we've evolved as men,
Hmm.
definitely our friendship has definitely evolved.
True.
Yeah, I agree as well. Honestly, man, I could not. I don't think I could have made it this far with any other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we have our friendship, but we have certain friend groups. But at the end of the day, this is my main friend group right here. Like, I tell people, I say, hey, it's only a handful of people that know where all of my bones are buried. And I say, and there's three people that can write my obituary right now. Is gonna get it right down to get down to the T, down to the letter. And I was like, that's Joseph, that's Tyrone, and my cousin Tania. Like, if them three people don't tell you, it ain't real. It ain't real. If Jesus don't tell you, them three people don't tell you, it ain't real. Because they're going to know before anybody. It is not that I idolize these people or put them in a place or anything like that, but these are my accountability partners. Like, these are my brothers. These like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I have a brother. Y'all got other siblings as well. But this is a little bit different because for me, y'all were strangers to me when I met y'all. And then we were able to grow and mesh and become family over the years, and it's been very important. Like we had to have some tough conversations in the past. You know, we've had to to confront some things for real, like and just like, hey, I mean, it is what it is. This stuff can change lives. What we're talking about, and it's been like it's been real, like real, like and I appreciate you guys because you guys would be the ones that I would want to do it with all over again. If I remember back in the day, I would say Tyrone, if we need to hire a body, it's like whose truck we're gonna drive, mine or yours? Because it's gonna be solid. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
right? That's what it is. Whose truck we're gonna drive, mine or yours? We're gonna leave our phones where they need to be. So I had it all planned out, but I'm just saying that's who these guys are to me. And I hope, you know, that they can say the same for me. Man, they have really taught me a lot. Like Tyrone, he has taught me a lot of bad stuff. You know, when I met Tyrone, I used to not wash clothes on Sundays. And now, you know, Tyrone got me out here washing clothes on Sundays. You know,
that's an old heathen, I'm telling you. The old heathen.
He knew it. He knew it was wrong.
Oh, heathen, washing clothes on Sunday.
Joe taught me how to do prank calls. You know, he taught me how to go through the phone book and grab people's phone number, just call them and start talking trash to them.
That's it.
Right. So for those that don't know, a phone book is what we used to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It had yellow pages, it had white pages, but
sure
you had to go through the white pages.
A phone book? What? What?
What is a phone book?
Yeah, I remember that. We used to just flip the phone book, find the number, and call, and just all crazy, bro.
I'm telling you, from walking around Columbus, going to JB Key, not knowing that Joseph's wife was in JB Key. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't know Sharika was out there. We would just be out there. I'm talking about from Jessica to Sharika to LaMel to, man, I can name some names, but I'm not going to incriminate nobody. We've done it. Like I'm talking about what it was a reason. I remember that. You remember that time, Tyrone, Joe had us walking around all of the South Side looking for a car canal vest.
Yeah.
Bruh. He wore that thing faithfully when he found it too.
We put so many steps on some shoes with Joe. Say what?
That was my best outfit. That car canal.
That car canal vest that thing was fresh, boy.
Listen,
I thought I was H-Town. You remember H-Town?
We put so many miles on some shoes looking for this doggone vest. Oh my goodness, boy. I'm talking about, and it seemed like every time you saw that joke, he had it on too. Every time you saw him, he had it on. So it was worth the walk, I guess.
That thing was fine. Hey, Darryl, you remember, Darryl, you mentioned obituaries. I'm gonna go ahead and confess to you that if you go first, man, I'm gonna put you in a nice suit, but you're gonna have to turn neck on.
We got to. This man got to. We got to put him in the turtle.
we got to go back to old
time. So for those that don't know, so you know him as Darryl, but for most of our lives, we call him Turtleneck.
I'm about to kick y'all off my podcast.
Most of our lives, we call him Turtleneck. He going in that. He's gonna be sharp too.
Y'all remember that time? Y'all remember that time Crisscross had came to Columbus and said, "Well, I went to that concert, Musty." Oh my goodness!
Oh, you finally admitting that? Yeah. Well, you would not admit that to nothing on the plane.
You said, "Man,
that man would not admit that it was him. That man was Musty. Look, he walking around
30-some
like
years ago, man.
He walking around waving like this. Don't want to raise his arm up. That dude was funky, boy.
That
thing was funny.
I told y'all we would keep it real today, so we keep it real. So yeah. Man. Oh boy.
That joke was musty. You know what? Also, man, before you kick me off, man, shout out to your grandmama, man. We was talking about this on Facebook the other day, but I ain't never been called Daryl girlfriend so many times in my life. I used to go pick up Daryl. I used to go pick Daryl up. She's like, Daryl, your girlfriend here. I'm like, bro, I'm sitting
Bruh.
right here. Like, she ain't care.
Phoenix would be in the car. Joe, Phoenix would be in the car waiting.
I was like, I got a girl in the car. You see the girl in the car? She's
Yeah.
like, okay, there your girlfriend here. I'm like, dang.
Man,
Like, oh, I
that
got
dog
a
on
girl.
LTB Thomas, boy. Let me tell you something. You know, I know it was all love, but at the end of the day, my grandma didn't play no games, boy. She ain't play the radio.
Right.
And shout out to Nikki for telling on us all the time, too. We ain't forgot about you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Nikki used to tell every doggone thing.
Right.
Whew.
Right.
Man.
I love Nikki. My old huge head cuz. Shout out
Listen.
Nikki.
Okay, so we got some people that are watching right now. Y'all done ran my numbers up. I really appreciate that. So,
And look, we need to figure out who I need my $200. So I need the viewers to review that story. As Joe pointed out, it didn't have no rebuttal. So I think I won. I just need the viewers to chime in and let me get my money.
there's no way. There's no way you can
think
say that you won when technically we both came and confessed at the same time.
But look. I said I'm entering a relationship. You said I'm getting married in 2 days. That ain't the same time, bro. That ain't the same time. Joe, gonna be the judge. Joe, ask the crowd what they think. Type of 1 for Tyrone and a 2 for Dale.
Crowd. Look, we need you to chime in. Put it in the chat. Wow. Does Daryl owe Tyrone those $200?
Absolutely
or accelerating the bros before Mo's? When Tyrone's trying to let him know, I'm about to enter a relationship, and he like, I'm getting married tomorrow. Exactly. So this relationship was pre. I'm just speaking the facts.
I'm trying to say.
Speaking the facts. So in the chat, does Daryl owe Tyrone $200?
Listen, the answer is no. And if anybody say yes in them comments, I'm blocking you because the answer is no.
And they trying to stack the deck.
The answer is no. It's not happening. I'm telling you now. We
seems like intimidation, don't it?
We were fine. We were riding around, getting it. You know what I'm saying? We had been pulled over for being black on a Tuesday. we had seen everything. Look at Maya. Maya, what? I love Maya, but she got to get blocked. It's over. I got to let her go.
Look, baby just got logic. You see what I'm saying? She just got logic. You know what? You made me think about that when we got pulled over for being black on a Tuesday. Me and Daryl, we was on Buena Vista Road, headed to somebody's house.
Shakita? We was going to Shakita's house.
Yeah.
We had to go play spades.
That girl fall off the table. But I ain't gonna talk about that. Love her. But we was going down Buena Vista Road, and we turned. We was riding down the road. We was right by old Blockbuster Video. Man, Blockbuster Video, and the cop hit his lights, and I pulled over in Blockbuster Video. Man, 2 cop cars came from behind the building and was on either side of us, and one behind us. I was like, "Damn, what you do, bro?"
I didn't do nothing. I'm sitting there looking like, "What you do?"
Like, what's going on? But he just pulled me over because my headlight was that. I was like, that's a little extreme for a headlight. Ain't it?
I mean, it seemed like at the time it seemed like every police officer in Columbus on duty came from behind the doggone Blockbuster. and for those of you who don't know what Blockbuster is, this used to be a place that we would go and rent movies and video games back in the day. But it is now in O'Reilly Auto Parts. Okay, so it's an O'Reilly Auto Parts at this point.
That's crazy. So, you know you're old when you got to explain all of the terms on the podcast. So a phone book is this. Blockbuster Video.
Blockbuster is
right. And back in the day, we couldn't talk on the phone till 7. We couldn't talk on the phone till 7 in the weekends because minutes wasn't free till 7 o'clock.
Yep, that's right. Remember that?
Right.
Call me after 9. Call me after 9. Right. This back when cell phones used to cost a penny. Like you could buy a cell phone for free. You could get a cell phone for free back then. Those days were long gone.
Y'all remember them beepers? We used to have beepers. Man, I thought Daryl was the coolest dude on the planet when he was a truck driver and he had the beeper that used to receive the text messages on it. I used to be like, yo, Daryl next level, boy. Daryl the coolest dude ever met. That man got a beeper with the little letters on it. I can talk to his beeper.
Man, let me tell you something.
Everybody's like, what's a beeper?
I was just crazy. That's all it was. I was just crazy. Ain't no nothing about taking care of no money back then. That's all it was. I was just crazy. Man, I'm telling you, Joe, I don't think Joe ever got a chance to ride in no trucks. Tyrone did. Where did we go, Tyrone? We went somewhere,
I
And I
remember
had
we
reached
went
back
down
there
to
and got me some
Albany.
cold chicken. Tyrone.
Yeah, we went down. I remember I went down to Albany with you one time. I wasn't worth a darn. I was asleep and I wasn't no company. I was knocked out.
Yeah,
I said, hey man,
man.
you want
What
some
you
chicken?
riding there for?
I said, man, you want some chicken? I reached back there and got some chicken. He said, ew.
This man pulled a drumstick out the refrigerator and bit it. I was just like, bro, what? You at least sit it on the dashboard for a little while or
Boy,
something.
that's
This
that
man just
trucker
ate it.
life right there, man.
That's
I'm
hey,
talking about
listen. You gotta do what you
that
gotta do,
trucker
man.
thug life.
You gotta do
Yeah.
what you gotta do. You gotta make sure that you can survive. So Maya the only one that voted yes, so Maya the only one that's gotta get blocked.
Thank you, babe. That
Well,
sounds like
Of,
$200 to
of
me.
course she
I
gonna have
appreciate
your
it,
it.
back.
it, it's,
Of course she
it
gonna have
sound
your
like
back.
it's settled.
It
It
sound like it's
sounds like it's
settled.
settled. It
Yep.
sounds like it's settled.
So that lets y'all know I ain't got no advocates nowhere out here at all. I ain't got no advocates anywhere.
Look,
But anyway,
they
Money order
supporting you
check.
by being yeah, they
Make a
supporting you by
make a
being quiet
love
because they know
offering
you
to the
lost.
pastor at the church, whatever.
so
They
so
supporting you, but
so
they silent.
what's next for you guys, man? Tyrone, what's next for you going forward in
Oh man,
life?
that is such an excellent question. Well, at the church, we're looking at getting a building and all that stuff. Just kind of praying about the timing on all that stuff, and making sure that we're being wise about our investments, wise about the next steps, wise about the Lord's money as well, and just making sure that we're in a good spot. Take the city, which is where we meet now, has been like such a tremendous blessing to us, man. I can't say
Mhm.
enough good things about them. The exposure, just the kindness, the way they walk with the Lord, all that stuff. But we realize that eventually we're going to outgrow that space and that we're going to need our own, and that'll open up, take the city to be a blessing to another up and coming church. So looking to move at some point. We're kind of praying about it and just seeing what the Lord wants to do now. With 2 men in the truck, man, I'm just happy to be there serving. I don't see myself going nowhere, man. It's a really great thing. We're growing as a company, man. We're giving lots of young men a lot of good opportunities. So everything's good there, man. I'm just looking to keep learning and growing there. Getting as much education and growth there as I possibly can. And that's it, man. Just keep on loving my babe, keep on growing and loving these childrens, and that's about it, man.
Joe, what about you, man?
Yeah, I think there's there's a thought that I was praying about, and and God just really, really dropped this on me. What would my life and legacy look like in a mature sense? And what I mean by that is, if I've grown as much as I can grow, what will my life look like? And I mean spiritually, relationally, with my gifts and purpose, and also my legacy.
Hmm.
So what's really coming up is, of course, man, just trying to continue to grow with the Lord, and let that flow into continuing to build and grow with my wife, and then everything flows down from there. All my other relationships, um, and also I've been kind of working on a book, just trying
Uh
to
oh.
share, some of my past, some of my passions.
Hmm.
One of my biggest passion is for us to continue to grow in those areas. For us to say, hey, we out here trying to get the money, we out here trying to get the cars and all these other things, and just through life, I've seen that not make people happy.
Yeah,
That they have become our gods, or they have become our therapy. That we
Hmm.
think
yeah,
if we get this, then we feel better.
yeah.
And I just want to use the passion that God has given me to, put some information out there. I also, with the book, I want to have like a guide with it, that you can kind of walk this path of, one, seeing where you are spiritually with the Lord. Number
Hmm.
two, seeing get guiding where's my relationships and how can they be stronger.
Hmm.
What do I need to do with my purpose? And I know I got a job, but how can I use my purpose with my job?
Right.
Or
Yeah,
how can my purpose become my job? And also thinking about the rest of your life. I mean, I think we're at an age, I don't know about you, man, you might be using that just for men, man, but I got a couple, I see
What?
Tyrone, I got a couple gray hairs in this
Let me
thing,
see.
and this
I
thing has
got some
become
over here.
real, especially now that there's another generation. So not my son, but my son's son.
Right.
You really got to
Mm-hmm.
start leaving like, man, what do we want to leave them? And a lot of people thinking, man, I want to leave land and property and businesses, and great, you know. Um, I want to do that also, but more importantly, I want to leave a legacy of them having a path of being well.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what I mean by
Yeah.
that, having a path of them being well with God in their relationships and also their purpose. And if I
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
one walk that path first, so I'm not being that type of guy that is do as I say, but not as I do. You watching me live my life destructively, but yet I'm hoping the best for you. One, I'm just trying to walk that path to continue to be better on those fronts, and then just give the next generation the keys to say, this is my experience, and also, man, this is what God's saying. So just between that, man, just trying to use my passions. Uh, to put pen to paper,
Hmm.
create something,
Mm.
man, that I can help people grow and also just leave a legacy, brother.
Man, let me dive in behind that, please. Woo, that's so
Come
good.
on.
I got two scriptures that come to my brain. But one is that a good man will leave an inheritance for his
Yep.
children's children, and it's very easy to think that that's just about, like Joe said, money and cars and businesses and all that stuff. But if you don't leave them the sense to go along with that, the
Come on.
wisdom, as it will,
Absolutely.
then they'll have that stuff for a generation, or they can possibly even use those things to harm themselves, and
Right.
so it's counterproductive. Like Joe said, you want to really focus on overall wellness, like wisdom, relationship with the Lord, not being, a slave to these things, and that way you can have them, and those things don't have you. So I think
Amen.
that's really important. And then the second one, we were just talking about this at men's night Friday, John 17:19. Jesus says, "For their sakes, I sanctify myself, so that they may also be sanctified in the truth." So Jesus says, I set myself apart and I live a certain way and I lay down my life so that my disciples can come behind me and know the Father. And it's just like we, as followers of Jesus, are charged to do the same thing, to die daily to ourselves, to sanctify and set ourselves apart as men of God, as fathers, as brothers, as husbands, and live a certain way, sanctifying ourselves so that people can look at our lives and then know the Lord themselves through our testimony. Because we know how damaging it is when something terrible happens. Like, pastors happen and, oh, that's why I don't go to church and that's why I
Hmm.
don't fool with them Christians. And it's like a negative witness. But, how powerful is it when a man loves his wife well and loves his children well and loves his community well, and leaves that legacy and fathers young men that otherwise wouldn't be fathered and stuff like that. So, man, I like that. I think that's really important.
And let me touch on something before we alley oop it up to Daryl. You
Hmm.
know, um, there's this movement of wanting to be rare, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
And when we start thinking about something that is of the utmost value and importance, it's something that you don't see every day. So
Hmm.
I'm always thinking, how are we trying to, we heard this term, high value person, whatever that is, whether it
Hmm.
be a
Hmm.
high value man, a high value woman,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
we're trying to be of the highest value by doing the same thing that everybody else doing. So if I have abundance of things, the value is definitely going to drop. The
Right.
things that are rare usually have the most value because you don't see it very often.
Right.
So for me, how many men do you see loving their wives well?
Right.
How many men are actually using their gift and their purpose to touch and transform the community? How many men are trying their best to live in transparent character building?
Right.
So, like for me, the high value person that I aspire to be, and the type of person that I look and say, man, that's a high value person, is a person of character.
Right.
Character is high value to me. Not perfection, because I think also that's one of the things, a man that lives with high character but honest in his his non-perfection, or he's honest in his fault. I think that goes a long way of impacting everything that comes behind him more than anything like a bank account.
Hmm.
Because it seems like when we're chasing things and the statuses that we see people are saying, if you have this, then you'll be something. They keep moving the
Mm-hmm.
finish line. So
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
yo, man, I'm gonna be a man when I touch a millie. Now you
Mm-hmm.
got a millie. They be like, man, that's all you got. Like, man,
Yep.
you ain't
Yeah.
nobody. If you, man, listen, I blew a millie last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, hold on. I sacrificed everything to be valuable in the way y'all told me to be valuable. Now that I'm here, you mean to tell me I ain't arrived yet?
Right.
So
Yeah.
the things that I think have rarity and also a lasting impression is what I'm saying, man. That's the high value for me. But I want to practice trying to be a man of high character and high value.
Praise God. Okay, so if you don't know what iron sharpened iron looks like, you just saw it. We admitted to, when one piece of iron sharpens another iron, there's friction, and friction
Absolutely.
produces heat. We've admitted to for this last hour, almost hour and a half, that we've gone through all of these things. We've gone through the friction. We've gone through the you name it. But on the other side, we've all come out in a much better place. I'm that friend that they would say is I'm like a coarse piece of sandpaper. I'm gonna rub you the wrong way, but by the time I get done with you, you're gonna be smooth and you're gonna be shiny. But
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone is that if I had to put something on all of us that really tells who we are, Tyrone is the greatest theologian that I know. Okay, and this honest God truth. That's not taken away from Joe, because Joe is real heavy into the word, but just line by line, pound by pound, precept upon precept, is Tyrone Dominic
Come on.
Baskin.
Come on.
Now, when it comes to outreach and working in the community, I ain't met nobody that beat Joseph Murray yet. Because this Joker
1000%.
always doing something. He's always
1000%.
ministering and being around the brothers and all that type of stuff. These are
Absolutely.
things that we deal with every day. And I'm that guy. I'm the funny guy. I'm gonna be that trash talker. I'm gonna be the one that say I'll go that stuff straight ahead. I'm like, I don't care. And they know
Mm-hmm.
I'm very straightforward with. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm extremely dogmatic. When I believe something,
You
it's
said it.
hard.
You said it.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm like a pit bull. It's hard me. It's hard for me to get off something when I believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
And how I've had to come
Mm-hmm.
back and apologize. I've had to come back and say, I was wrong. But in the moment, in the time, I'm locked in, and then you're gonna do to get me off of it. But
Yeah, I
but
couldn't
I'm
help but
not
laugh
really
when you said
one.
that though, because I remember once, he was like, bro, man, why you ain't tell me I was tripping? I was like, have you ever tried to tell yourself something?
Exactly.
It's like, bro, look, when it comes to that joker, you got to pray till he see it.
I'm
You
tell
can't
you,
tell him
man.
nothing.
You got to put it out there. Lord, do what you got to do, man, so this man can see.
y'all
But I
y'all do me
will tell you,
wrong,
when
man.
people ask me about Daryl, I said, man, he's one of those people. You either love him or hate him.
No
That's the
doubt.
in between that
Ain't
I
no
see.
gray
And
area. Ain't no gray
No
area
a
with
gray
lot
me.
of people, but I always have this caveat, man. You either love him or hate him. But if you hate him, you don't know him.
Yeah,
That's
tell him
the thing.
again, Joe. Tell him
You
again,
got to
Joe.
understand, man. If you hate him, you
Yeah.
don't know him, and the reason is it's just his delivery, how he is. He blunt and straightforward. He gonna crack on
Mm-hmm.
you, and he can be hard headed at times. So
Yeah.
all the
Mm-hmm.
above, bro.
People
So
don't
Amen.
understand that it's love from me when I talk trash to you. If I don't talk trash to you or give you a nickname, I don't really fall with you. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
people don't. People don't. They don't really understand that about me. They think I'm being mean. I'm not mean at all. I'm probably one of the most giving, probably the most nicest people you'll ever meet. It's just I'm just straightforward. If I mean no, I'll say no. If I mean yes, I say yes. That's what it is. I learned
right.
that like being in the word. Don't flip flop. Don't be wishy washy. Just go right at it, because that way you ain't got to hide nothing. You ain't got to try to pretend. I mean, it is what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but I just want to give you guys your flowers. I know it's hard for a man to give another man flowers, but I ain't got no problem with saying, man, I love y'all and I'm proud of y'all. And man, I look up to y'all more than y'all know. I tell people about y'all every chance I get, because I want people to understand and know that there's some real men of God out here now. I don't know what others deal with when it comes to, dealing with men and things like that, but I know the guys that I walk with. And people can easily say, these are your friends or those are your friends. That's how they get down. But truthfully, the whole friend group and other people that ain't even on this podcast, even can get down like this. I mean, that's anybody from PK to Baron to what's his name over at Way to
Nice.
Serve? What's his name,
Shane.
Joe? Shane.
Yeah.
Was it Andrew? It's a lot of people, in this circle that's connected to one of us that really get down like that. We've mentored people, we've fathered people, we've been brothers to people. I mean, y'all are husbands to some wonderful women right now. And man, y'all guys, man, I'm telling you, if any woman is looking for anybody that wants to be a husband, that are husbands and things like that, find somebody like these guys right here. And I ain't just saying that because I call these guys my best friends. This is true. I will say this behind their backs. I say this in front of their faces. This is true. These guys are who they say they are. These guys don't sugarcoat. If I come to them with something, they'll tell me I'm crazy, and I receive it from them. Like straight up, they'll tell me I'm crazy. I receive it from them because I know it's coming from a great place. It's coming from a place of character. It's coming from a place of wisdom, and it's more specifically coming from a place of love. That's all I've ever felt with these guys coming up. Like I'm telling you, we've been in some sticky situations in our days, But at the end of the day, we've all had to apologize. We've all had to, we even, pump our chest up and say, see, I told you I was right before. But that's in a way of humility though. Like these guys led me to Christ. They didn't sit down with the word and say, oh, brother, you got to get saved. No, they lived their lives in Christ before me. That's how I learned. And I'm telling you, Tyrone taught me a lot of stuff. I ain't start opening doors for him until I saw Tyrone doing it for somebody. I'm telling you, I ain't start wanting to sweet talk a woman till I saw Joe doing it. So,
oh boy,
this is a whole other podcast. So y'all gotta come on like once a quarter or every 6 months or something, so we can have updates.
Man, we it's not that we were the influence. We were influenced first, man. Get taken to the mall, man. Be like, look, you got to come back with some numbers.
Oh gosh,
man, we were influenced, man. And let me just say this about you too, bro. I want to give you your flowers also. One of the things I've always absolutely admired about you is, man, you like the bounce back king, man. My brother he's been through some things, man, and things that you would think would ruin a person. So many things. And man, he bounces back, man. Man, he has had challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. And my brother, man, through the grace of God, always rises above it, man. I'm real proud of you, man. To the point to where I'm like, no matter what you're going through, I know you won't be down long. Right. One, you have our support, and two, man, God has graced you with it, man. You will not stay down. Some things that would have ruined a whole bunch of other people, man. I just know my brother gonna bounce back. So we definitely, we want to give you your flowers also, man. We appreciate you,
absolutely.
Bro.
Absolutely, man. I'll dive in and say too, man. I can say a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna say one of the strongest traits that I believe Daryl has is that man is loyal and he real. That man, like, you ain't gonna never go nowhere and hear him say anything different about anybody. What he said to your face, he gonna say behind your back. And what he said behind your back, he gonna say to your face. That dude is 100% real. He ain't gonna ever sugarcoat it. You ain't got to worry about Daryl saying one thing, over here, and then in mixed company saying, well, Daryl, Tyrone, they blah blah. You ain't got to worry about that. That joker gonna represent 100% no matter where he at. Probably to a fault.
I'll tell you, it got me kicked out of some places before, but hey, it is what it is. So Tyrone, you done been kicked out with me, so you understand. So,
yeah.
Well, okay, we have been on this podcast now for almost an hour and a half now, and honestly, Tyrone, our elder statesman, he has to be up at like 3:30 in the morning. So we got to let him get ready to tuck himself in. But man, I just want to say, man, I really appreciate y'all coming on. I really appreciate the time that you guys took out. And I want anybody, first of all, before we leave, if y'all want the people to, how can they get in touch with y'all? Let's talk about your ministry, Tyrone, and your ministry, Joe, real quick.
So it's Christ
Go
Alone
ahead, Tyrone.
Ministries. You can find us on Facebook, Christ Alone Ministries or CamFam. My email address is E as in Eric, T as in Tyrone, B as in boy, etbaskin0216 at gmail.com. Just reach out to us. Be glad to link up with you. Also, before we jump off of here, if anybody watch this the replay later on YouTube and y'all want to vote, go ahead and put it in the comments. So
We're
I
gonna
need
get a
I need my
we're gonna
$200.
get a
I
resolution to
need
this.
I need that man to run me my money. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
all the votes.
Oh my
So yeah,
goodness. Oh,
we
but seriously,
we're gonna get a
now
resolution.
we on Facebook, on YouTube. It's Cam Fam Ministries on YouTube. So yeah, just reach out, holler at us. Be glad to have you.
okay. Joe Murray.
Hey, um, so the Way to Serve Ministries, you can reach out to us online. We also have a website, and that's the THE Way to the number two serve.org. And just a little bit of backstory about the Way to Serve Ministry. Um, our director Shane Cowles, he was just compelled by the Lord to go serve. In overseas mission. Thought he was going to take his family over there, wife and two small children, and the Lord really struck him as he was here locally in the community to look at the needs that are here. And ain't nothing wrong with international ministries and doing things overseas, but he saw that there was incredible need right here, and he started the Way to Serve Ministries, giving businesses, people opportunities, churches opportunities to serve their local needs. So you can find us there on thewaytoserve.org. And also my email is Joseph, JOSEPH, at thewaytoserve.org.
All right. That's it. We appreciate y'all, man. God bless y'all. I don't know what happened to
All
Tyrone.
right.
I guess he must have fallen asleep. Oh, there you go.
No,
Oh,
man,
he
no,
back.
I'm
He
here.
back.
I'm here. My battery went low on me. You know, me and
Okay.
technology
Okay.
be wrestling sometimes. So
Hey, man, once again, I appreciate y'all coming on, man. I really love y'all, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Man, thank y'all for giving me your time, Tyrone. Bro, okay. Y'all, if y'all notice, me and Tyrone, we clown each other for our birthday. We get Joe sometimes too. Because, we all,
Everybody gonna get it.
yeah, everybody gonna get it. So
Everybody getting the business,
we
and
gonna
I'm
take care of
next.
each other. Because Joe
ain't
next.
nobody safe.
Yeah, nobody saved.
Listen,
Joe next. He'll be
the
he'll be
funny thing
catching up
about
with us in a
Tyrone,
few
he only
days.
get a couple days. He
Right. You
only
only
get
get
a
a couple
couple
days.
days. Like as soon as he hit me from mine, I'm ready. I'm loading up the
Yeah.
clip because he right around the corner,
He
right
right
after
around the
mine.
corner.
Right.
But
Right. What y'all think about the addition of them birthday squats though?
Oh,
Yeah.
boy,
hey, man,
that one from the
God
Lord.
bless you.
That
God
one from the
keep you.
Lord, bro. That one from the
So
Lord. I'm telling you right now.
let me explain
Don't even
birthday
say it was.
squats. Let me explain birthday squats real quick. Tyrone wants adults, working adults, who weigh over 200 pounds, some 250 and
Mm.
more, to do the number of squats with their body weight for their birthday. So if you turn 47, you want you to do, if you weigh 300 pounds, he wants you to squat 300 pounds 47 times.
Just around my birthday, I go like on a 6-day fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Try to lose water, weight, and everything.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause,
No.
man,
If y'all didn't know,
yeah,
Tyrone is
man.
crazy. This
I
is the
know,
joker to
man.
eat tuna and doggone oatmeal mixed together. That's a whole
Hey, bro,
nother.
I was in
That's
survival mode, and it was you gotta do what you gotta do.
you.
You
You
gotta do what you
still
gotta
eating
do.
it, sir. You still eat it, and we know
Sometimes,
Maya
but
cook good.
I don't
Oh
mix
yeah,
it together no more.
we know.
You still eat it. We see you. You post it.
Yeah, but I don't mix it together no more. See, back in the day when I was in a hurry, I'd mix it together, but now I eat it separate because I'm sophisticated.
Maya done already said you bougie, so she know you way better than we do. So
Who called me bougie?
yes, Maya did. She said you crazy.
No,
She said you
might have to
crazy.
go out there and give her what for. Hey, what you said, Joe? You gonna have to learn her. That's what
You
she
gotta
said. I'm gonna
learn
have to
her.
go out there and learn
You
her.
gotta learn it. Learn it.
Hey, you know that law in Alabama where you can whip your wife once a year.
I remember.
Sharika ain't went for that yet. She ain't with
I ain't found a stick big as my thumb right there, man. Who made that there?
She ain't went for that
Who came up
yet.
with that law? Now, what you gonna do with a
Man, you know
stick big
what?
as your thumb?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey man, I
That's
love
funny.
y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all.
Love you too, bro.
Love
Hey,
you
if you
too,
need me to
bro.
text my cash app, just let me know. I text it to you.
I don't see what for. But you know what? God bless y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Hey, thank you for tuning in, little musties. We love y'all. We out.
Shout out.
Peace,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.